Hello card fighters, Chris here. Welcome back to week 2 of the Brave Trial Deck Evolution. We'll get straight into the deck and then go into the matches as usual. The deck is had a little bit of changes, some pretty big changes. It definitely helped out a lot, the changes we did. So we're still running just one of the starter. He activates Brave. He can activate Brave on your opponent's turn. That's not super a big deal. But just being able to always activate Brave no matter what your hand size is at the end of the turn is pretty good. And the grade 3 stayed the same. It's still 4 Ultimile, 4 of this Conoclus guy who gets plus 5. He can counterblast 1 on attack, get plus 5,000 if you're Brave, and that's actually pretty good. It helps when you try to go really aggressive early game, and just helps make big numbers and big annoying numbers for your opponent. And then just the 9th grade 3 just to try to help stride a little bit. And he doesn't, his effect, he gets plus 3k when another grade 2 is placed, but that was really never that important. Grade 2s, we have some changes. We still are playing for Carausius. Is that how I say it? Should know by now. Or Carausius. He's a counterblast to call a grade 2 from your deck, and if that great unit has Brave, it gets plus 2,000. So this card, classic, you need it for combo plays, but it's very counterblast intensive. So I actually don't think I used it that much this week. Then we have for Klaus. Klaus, definitely one of the MVPs. The Brave skill to bounce back to hand adds a lot of pressure to it early game. He can help by giving plus 2 to units. You can help make good numbers. So like I mentioned this in the last video, if you call them out with Carausius, you can make both of them 11. And that's really good because you can attack unboosted with them. It's pretty nice. The new card is Hope Song Angel. This card is the new MVP of the deck. Amazing. Lets you call any card with the Brave abilities. You can call grade 1s, you can call grade 3s, you can call grade 2s, you could call triggers if you wanted to. Very good, but the 8k power and the Soul Blast are tough. I found that this time around I was using my soul a lot and I wasn't really able to keep up. Sometimes I'm like, I really need soul, but I don't have it. The best games, sometimes the best times I had I didn't have soul issues is when I rode the wrong grade 3, but then was able to re-ride into Ultimile, and then I had an extra soul, and that helped out a lot. So I do, week 3, really tempted to play an additional one of these, but soul could be a problem. So soul, we'll have to see. Okay, and then the last one, we're still running a tech special interceptor. Deck is good at calling out grade 2s. Sometimes you're just going to want to set up a defensive turn, call that a special interceptor that your opponent has to be aware of on their attack. And grade 1s, exactly the same. 4 PGs, gotta have them. This is one of those. Okay. 4 Knight of Tomahawks, grade 2 while it's in deck. If you're Brave, you can call it out from skills, and it gets plus 2 when it's placed, so it's a 9k, so that can help your numbers a little bit. And then Damascus, the best card, best grade 1 in the deck by far, and gets even better because she has Brave, so Hope Song Angel can call her out from the deck. You can get your counterblast back whenever you want to. You can add cards to your hand. It's very good. Cannot underestimate Knight of Damascus. And then triggers is where the big main deck changes came in. 6 criticals, 6 total criticals, and 2 Encourage Angels and 4 Sour Gulls. So it's a 6 crit, 6 stand lineup. And we went with this because draws do not work that well. There's a lot of Brave end of turn abilities, such as Damascus, that you want to be able to activate. And so, like, if you use a Selfish, which binds your whole hand, and then you hit a draw trigger, you got 4 cards in your hand. There's no way to discard them in this deck. So you're just going to have to suck it up and not get the brave skills that you wanted to get. So that's why draw triggers are out, and these stand triggers are really good. Encourage Angel gives +3 to 2 units and then goes back to deck, so it can help reduce your hand size, get to brave if you need it. And Sorrow Gull, if it's called when you're at brave, then it gains the ability to go back to the deck at the end of the turn and you draw a card. So very good, it helps you maintain your hand size and also, you know, hit brave, various things like that. And then of course, you got your 4 heal triggers. And then the strides, we're still running 4 Selfish just because we want cards to stride into. Usually only use it once, maybe twice, but remember it uses Soul, and Hope Song Angel also uses Soul. So that's already like 2 things it's using Soul. And then we have 1 Artifact Rune Dragon. His calls a grade 2 with Brave if you're Brave. I actually got a lot of use out of this, was able to call Klaus's when I needed to. Just help build some field, get things going. Does it have to call a Brave? Yeah. It helps you build some field, kind of make a slower play, like, and you know, get your advantage back. And then the real hard hitter is 2 Clotinus. This skill is GB2, or it's not GB2, but it's Counter Blast 1, Soul Blast 1, another Soul there, so keep that in mind. You can call grade 2s up to the same number of Clotinus you have face up in your G zone, and then it's a GB3. If you have 5 rear guards, then it gets plus 10k and a crit. And the skill is Brave, so you can't do this effect if you're not Brave. So that's a kind of important thing to keep in mind. But again, it uses Soul. So we have Clotinus using Soul, we have Selfish using Soul, we have Hope Song using Soul. We have a lot of things competing for Soul, and so that's actually a real issue with the way the deck is set up right now. And of course we have our buddies Agaleem and Scryu. That's it with the deck, so let's get straight into the matches. So game 1, we played against Kagero. We just had that super brave rush. One of the things that was very good about Hope Song Angel is I could ride Hope Song Angel, call out a Klaus, and call out another Klaus from my hand, combined with the starter. I mean, this is going to cut off of my face a little bit, but so we had like 2 Klauses and the starter, and we were able to make a really big rush. We were already at Brave, so I could swing rearguard Klauses before attacking with Vanguard, knowing that if they hit, they just go back to my hand, and it's kind of like I didn't really commit anything, so it's very good. So we ended up just rushing the Kagero player really hard, got him to 4 damage before really stride happened, and just played it out. We were able to close out the game with our strides, making some high powers. Game 2, I just G-assisted for grade 1. He G-assisted for grade 3, and that kind of put him in a bad spot because he got on the cross, not the legend, so he wasn't able to get that card in hand. And I was just able to keep up my pressure and get things rolling, drawing out his perfect guards and G Guardians before going into a combo play using Ultimile's GB2 and the Carcius guy. So I actually intentionally didn't call this one turn, so I can hold on to it, kind of pressure out his perfect guards and G Guardians, and then so he wouldn't be able to retire it, and then called it the next turn, didn't stride, got all those plus 5Ks, and kind of pushed out the game that way. So that was 2-0. The next round we played against Angel Feathers. That's a very, very hard matchup because they get all that defensive power, and then, you know, we're trying to do multi-attacks or high-powered attacks, and they just kind of get shut off. So against Angel Feathers, we got a 0-2 record. We lost twice in a row. Both games kind of were pretty slow. I wasn't able to draw Hope Song Angels to rush a lot. So it's pretty rough. And then kind of he slowly just like, okay, well, take damage, I'll use my Raphaels to heal, and eventually he hit the no seals, got all those cards in hand, got the broken hearts to get defensive, and that was pretty much the game. I lost pretty slowly after that, both games. So that's how Angel Feathers went. I couldn't really get anything started on my end. So round 3 was D-Robos. We also lost this 0-2. Oh, sad life. So what happened was I got strode on at grade 2. both games. The first time I always tried to be cheeky because they need 2 counterblasts to use Die Earth to get their 2 units from the deck, which helps them with the Laurel play, and just helps them recover the cost of putting 4 units into their soul so they can stride. And if, if you can't recuperate that cost, then it's not that useful. So I was like, okay, well, I have Hope Song Angel, so what I'll do is I'll ride Hope Song Angel and just swing 8, so we can't get the 2 counterblasts for Die Earth. And then I forgot that Die Kaiser, the Break Ride, they all have a +2 when they attack skill, so combined with his starter, it made 18,000. It's a pretty good number on 8,000. And he had Laurel, and then the game was pretty much over at that point. And then the second time around, I was like, well, that didn't work, so we'll just try to rush him. And then he healed and hit draw triggers, and then had the Laurels again. So, kind of pressured me really hard, and eventually I just had to let the Laurels hit, or I had to let Dimax hit with all the crits. It was pretty bad. So that's what happened against D-Robos. The 4th final round we played against Lured. I totally had game 1. Totally had it, because he was grade locked. He rushed me super hard. I had the Hope Song Angel so I could get out my Klauses, or I don't know where they went, but I could get out my Klauses. I could get just fielded units to swing at his rear guards, pressure him down. I think he was only grade locked for 1 turn, but he went so aggressive. I was just like, I have to attack his rear guards, or else I'm just gonna get hit too high, because he was at like 2 damage, and I was like 5 damage, like by the time I got to grade 3. So then he hit stride first, obviously, because he was grade locked. So he hit stride. He was able to organize or get some cards back into his hand, but it wasn't quite enough. So I did a pressure play, got some triggers. He went up to 5 that next turn, and then I was so dumb. So pretend we got like this, we got like that. We got 2 units there. I mean, obviously we're on grade 3 at this point. And I had Knight of Damascus. This was like my field. I know it's kind of cut off. I should be more careful with the cameras. So I had a Ultima, a grade 3, 2 front row rear guards, and then I had the Knight of Damascus in the back row. Sorry, I can't see it very well. So end of turn, I was like, alright, I need to get cards in my hand. Oops, Knight of Damascus. But I forgot he's on Blaster Dark Diablo, so when he strides a Diablo stride, he can retire one of my units, and now I can't pay the cost of retiring 2 to guard his Phantom Blaster Diablo. So even though I had the PG in hand, couldn't guard, and that was the game. It was totally avoidable. So learn from my mistakes. I always make this. I feel like I make this mistake a lot. Like if I don't play Shadows for a while, I forget that they have something that I need to keep at least two or 3 rear guards on the field. Because if I had kept Knight of Damascus, yeah, he can retire 1 from his stride skill, but then I can at least guard these ones from his rear guard attacks and kind of save, not have to just take a 2 crit attack when I'm at 4 damage. That was not a great idea. Not a great play by me. But keep that in mind when you're playing against Shadows. You have to be aware of Phantom Blaster Diablo. Anyway, so that's how I lost game 1. Game 2 was very similar to the Angel Feather games. I didn't really get a good rush going. I tried my darndest, but we couldn't get a good rush going, and he was still maybe like 2 damage when he got to stride. And then once Luard gets going, if you've ever played against the deck, it's very, very hard to stop. Especially, with the cards from a trial deck, it's almost undoable, if you ask me, unless you're very lucky with the triggers, which I was not. So he got the better of me that game, and that was it. So we lost 3 rounds 0-2, but we did get the 1 against Kagura the first round. It's better than last week. We'll take it. We take those. So that's pretty much it. So we got 1 win. We're gonna go for 2 next week, and that will be the final week for Brave. So stay tuned for that. After Brave, we'll be doing the Aichi Legend deck. I don't know. I have no current plans to upgrade that one. I was thinking I'll just take that one, play it as is in a tournament, and then that will be the end of that, because a lot of the blaster support, it's a little bit pricey. I mean, Flogels aren't too much. I think Loos are the pricey one. Like, they're like a rare that's like $3 or $4, so we will see. It's not so much of like a budget thing, and I think that the upgrades are fairly straightforward as well. So I don't think that I can give you much insight that isn't pretty much like, oh, use the blaster stuff. Anyway, thank you for watching, card fighters. I hope you enjoyed this video. Leave a comment down below if you have any questions, any thoughts. If I misplayed skills again, just please let me know. Like the video, give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure you're subscribed for more content, like I said before, the IG Legend deck and week 3 of Brave. And yeah, shoutouts to the patrons on Patreon for help supporting this content. If you want to help support like they do, wait till the end slate pops up and click the orange P. I really do appreciate everyone who goes help out, or if you even go just to check it out. Thanks for watching. Keep on learning, keep on having fun, and I'll see you in another video.